All right, so the women's championship is on its way. We just witnessed the first over. We just watched the first over live right here between Atlanta Pearls and Atlantis. Atlanta Pearls, they're the host team from here in Atlanta. And so we've just seen the first over completed. At bat is Atlantis. Our umpires for this game is Jacqueline Williams. She's at square leg, and Mr. Aditya Gajar presiding umpire right now. Atlanta Pearl in the field, and on strike is Atlantis. And after one over, what's the score? What's the score? How much did they score just now? Remember, this game has been reduced to 10 overs per side, so it's basically a T10 finals. And later on, we're still going to have the third and fourth place. Back with the action. And she's slapping that one out square on the offside. They take one, they turn for a second, and they'll get it. So they're on the scoreboard. Very close, but making it. 2 runs to Atlantis. So Atlantis in the second over, 2 runs, 2 without loss. The first inning of this championship game. Keep in mind, streamed live by CricClubs and also the Wayne Hall Show. We are now also live on Reggae Vibes Radio, so those of you who want to listen on Reggae Vibes Radio, let me know how it sounds. Reggae Vibes Radio bringing live T10 championships as she comes up bowls. Swung back down to mid-off through the hands of the fielder, but not enough to get a run. So the score remains 2 without loss here in the second over. Atlanta Pearl, they're the fielding side. Atlantis. Oh, and she's bowled. Bold, clean that time. It's now 2 for 1 in the second over. So Atlantis losing their first wicket, 2 runs on the board, second over. T10 championship action inside Best Academy. Again, we're carrying your coverage off the cricket finals here. Yeah. Listeners on Reggae Vibes Radio, we're having fun, man, out here at Best Academy. And wanted to bring you some live cricket action thanks to our sponsors. And our sponsors include Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home, Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, Kenneth's Jerk Shop, Iona's Island Kitchen, Paramount Entertainment, and Island Jerk Sports Grill.
I'm not as hot as I was before.
And it hasn't showed up as yet?
For some reason, it's not doing well on mine.
Okay.
I think I need your internet.
The internet is right, the Wi-Fi pack is right here.
Yeah, I'll need to enter that. Let me enter it.
It's staying up now, so.
Comes up bowls, and she is stroking in behind it. Right up the wicket. No chance for a run. Again, we're in the second over. It's 2 runs and 1 wicket. You're scoring?
He's scoring there.
Oh
He
man.
doesn't know the names and stuff, so he's sitting there.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, actually this should be current right here. This is current.
That's correct?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's what? Five?
5 for 1.
5 for 1.
Yeah.
So 5 for 1 the total. As she swings into that one down towards White mid on. Running around is a mid wicket. She picks up, sends the return in as they try to get a second. There's a chance she could be out. Yes, she is run out. Going for a second one. And they've lost. Atlantis have lost their second wicket. Well done, Atlanta Pearls in the field there. Getting around to that ball pretty quickly. Getting it back to the wicket keeper before she could complete the second run. So that makes it what? 6? Makes it 5 for 2. 5 runs for 2 wickets. We're still in the second over. As the new batsmen make their way to the wicket. We're back with cricket. Live cricket from Best Academy. The field setting, an interesting one. There's a cover, a point, nobody beyond that. Then there's a mid off, a long on. There's a mid on, deep mid wicket, mid on, square leg, and a short leg, and a short fine leg. I need you to help me get this internet connected before you leave again, please. Help me connect.
Do you have a phone charger?
All right, what's the,
You have a phone charger? I just need a phone charger like this. When you plug it in, it stays on. Alright, perfect. No, that won't do. What you got, Mr. John? No.
Do your thing.
Okay. No, that's perfect.
just long enough for you to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what
You
is
ready?
it? Yeah.
So it's
That one played into the offside. 6 runs for 2 wickets. We're inside the second over. And an over in which they lost 2 wickets. Atlantis. Now we'll begin the third over as the field changes over for the third over.
okay. So I'll read it to you. Ready?
Yeah.
0C4EA 588.
Let me do it over here too.
0C
0C
4EA
4
588.
EA 588.
Thank you, Mr. John. I didn't need it.
Oh crap.
Good.
No, 0 C
4EA
4 EA
588.
All right. Make that whole.
It'll be over soon, Mr. John.
So it's Atlantis on strike. Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York against the Atlanta Pearls, the host team of this tournament. The score 7-4-2, 2.1 overs completed. That one short. Missed outside the off stump, gathered by the keeper. Seven for two. Match reduced to 10 overs per inning. And the third and fourth place game will be played later. She comes in. That one short down the leg side. She swings at it, misses. Taken by the keeper, no run.
Is it working, sir?
Huh? One of the players from
She comes up, balls on a good length, stroked into the offside. They take off for a single. It's a close one. The return's in, but she made it.
and he took left, and the younger and Vicky to them left. Yeah.
How are you? That brings the score to 8. It's now 8 runs for 2 wickets. We're 2.4 overs completed. Great cricket coming to you from Best Academy. We got to shout out the sponsors again.
No man, and Polo.
Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home,
They live.
Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, Kenneth's Jerk Shop as she makes her way in and bowls. This one swung high in the air over towards mid-off. They chased. And they're turning for a second, which is going to be close, but they make it. So 2 more to Atlantis. Brings the total to 10 runs for 2 wickets after 2.5 overs. Is this yours?
No. Never do that near equipment, man. I know.
You see?
Never do that near mine or anybody else's equipment.
This time she plays it into the onside. A comfortable 2 at least. Ball returned. And 2 more to Atlantis. Takes the total to 12. 12 for 2. 12 runs for 2 wickets. Actually, make that 13, the score. 13 for 2. Once again, shout out to CricClubs for the live streaming. 13 for 2.
I have yours. I just I have yours. Atlantis.
We're listening on Reggae Vibes Radio right now.
This one here? Yeah, I have one for you, but I don't have it here at the car.
Because I gotta put on that.
Nah, she can't put on that.
Why not?
To look like the umpires?
What happened now?
Oh,
What happened now?
they said I want to take off Usman's shirt.
So why you didn't? Why you don't take one from the other girls?
They were
With
saying,
extra stuff.
so why they didn't take
Why they didn't put it
more
on?
the shirt from the people who left?
The 2 left, the skinnier than you. Yeah. It would never fit that big girl. Dell
But
shirt.
everybody have the proper
All right,
shirt,
Dell shirt was probably
Field in position. So after 3 overs, 13 for 2. 7 more overs of this first inning. 10. Match reduced to 10 innings in lieu of time. 10 overs in lieu of time. She's swinging that out to square. They take off for one. They'll get it to total 14 for two. In this, the fourth over of the inning. So Atlanta Pearls versus Atlantis. Atlanta Pearls, as the name suggests, the host team, and the Atlantis Cricket Club, their opponents out of New York. 14 runs for 2 wickets. She's driving that one into the cover area. Will get an easy single. Fielded cleanly by Atlanta Pearl. CricClubs, CricClubs, bringing you live streaming on YouTube and also on the Wayne All Show page. Make an adjustment right there. The field. We have a cover. There's a mid off, long on, mid wicket, square leg, short fine leg. As she begins to make her way in again. Bowls. This time she's swinging over towards the mid wicket area. Fielder won't get to it. It's into the boundary. 4 runs. Atlantis. Their total now up to 19 for 2 in this, the 4th over. Nice shot. Picking that one up good and hitting it into the space between mid-wicket and long on. Let's see what she'll do with this delivery. Final action as she comes up bowls. This time she lets it go by outside the off stump. No signal from the umpire. Score remains 19 for 2. This time she hits it again into the gap between a mid-wicket and a mid-on. And they're turning for the second. The return is in, and they make it. 2 more. 21, the score for 2 in over number 4. As Atlantis out of New York tries to claim the championship this year over the host team, Atlanta Pearls. Boy, if you don't have good internet life. Want to remind you our umpires today. Miss Jacqueline Williams out of Jamaica, Aditya Gajar. Presiding is Jacqueline Williams. Gajar is at square leg as the field changes over. After 4 overs, it's 21 runs for Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York, and they've lost 2 wickets in the process. Another hot day in Atlanta. Who will be this year's champions? We're about 16 overs away from finding out. This one is driven into the onside. They get an easy single. They turn for a second. It could be close. The return is in, and they make it. So 2 more, making their total 23 for 2. We're in the 5th over. (23 for 2). Atlanta Pearl in bold, pitched up, swung into the onside, past the fielder who misfielded, and it's 4 more runs Atlantis on a merry clip right now. Goes up to 27. Yep, 27 runs for 2 wickets after 4.2 overs. I think they eat. They eat. And another 4 being signal. Once again, in the meantime, we could say big shout out to our sponsors for today's coverage. And that includes Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home, Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, Ione's Island Kitchen, KNS Jerk Shop, Paramount Entertainment, Island Jerk Sports Grill. As she comes up, bowls, turns off the legs, backward of square. There's at least 2 here. They turn for the second, fielded now and returned to the wicket keeper, and they'll settle for 2, which will bring their total to 34. 34 for 2 after 4.3 overs of action in this, the first inning of the final game, the championship game, reduced to 10 overs per team here at Best Academy. T20 Championships 2019. Another good shot out to Midan. Another one on the scorecard, and it takes them up to 35 runs for 2 wickets. So 35 for 2. She makes her way in, bowls this one short, but in behind it, stroking it back up on the offside. No chance for a run this time. So it's going to be an exciting championship game. We know about the strike power of Atlanta Pearls, and the Atlantis out of New York already racked up 35 runs for just the loss of 2 wickets after completing 5 overs. So they're halfway there through the innings. After 5 overs, they're 35. That's an average of 7 runs per over. That's a great run rate for this team. If you're listening on Reggae Vibes Radio, we welcome you. Thanks for tuning in. We're at Best Academy in Atlanta, on the southeast side of Atlanta, on another hot Atlanta day. All right, I'll be joined today by Miss Janice O'Shea. Yeah, she's in the building. Shout out Miss Callie Stagg, Miss Chris Scott. All passing through Miss Angeline Butler, the mayor of Forest Park. She was on hand to address the players earlier on. Simeon and Selena, they did the national anthem. And we are into the 6th over of the first inning of the championship game. She's down the pitch and swinging high over the top. It will fall just short of the fielder down at long on. She picks up, and they're reduced to a single, which will take them up to 36 for 2. 36 for 2. Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York in this, the final game. Keep in mind, it is reduced to 10 overs. So just over the halfway mark. As she comes in and bowls, this one short and swung through mid-wicket. There's a chance for some more runs here. They take 1, and that's all they'll settle for. Ball traveling way too quickly to the fielder this time round. So this time it's going straight down to the fielder. Long, and she won't get around to it. It's into the boundary. 4 more signaled by the umpire. 41 the total for two in the sixth over. It's a little bit cooler than it's been all day. Women's Cricket Championship action. She's down and swinging high. This time it's, ooh, just falling short of the fielder at the mid-off position. She just seemed to have lost track of it in the air there. Looked like a chance for a wicket, but the ball just falling ominously close to her. And they take a single in the meantime. It's 42 for 2. 42 for 2 the score. Comes in, bowls, and this time she's swinging at and missing.
Writing's not that easy. What? Grammarly.
Again, swinging at and missing. No ball signal. Wide signal by the umpire. Umpire Gajar, our presiding umpire right now, signaling a wide. After 6 overs, the score is 44 for 2. Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York on 44 for 2. There are 4 more overs to complete this inning. The match reduced to 10 overs per inning.
Link from tomorrow, yesterday?
The link?
Link for the live stream yesterday? No? Yesterday's.
I don't have yesterday's. No, sorry.
Today's Crick.
It's CricClubs, 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 GWCA. And so after 6 overs, Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York, sitting beautiful on 44 for 2. The umpires consulting with the scorers. After 6 overs, 44 for 2. And we've seen some good cricket action here today. Once again, go on, contact with me. And for my listeners on Reggae Vibes Radio, like I mentioned earlier, I'm not alone. This time she's swinging it straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Good stop and return. And they only get a single. Well fielded that time. Takes the score up to 45 for 2 after 6 overs. So I have Miss Janice O'Shea with me enjoying this lovely women's action as we're back with the bowler. The bowler stopping, aborting on that one. Janice,
Yes, sir.
I'd like to have your perspective as a female on cricket, man. It's kind of cool. I love women's cricket.
It is. I love it. I was so impressed when I came and saw all the ladies under their tents and their uniforms, and then looking at them out on the field, Wayne. I am extremely impressed with them. I have never really watched women's cricket for hours, so this is my first time really tuning into it.
That's right. And one of the ironies, well, welcome. It's good. I've seen my fair share of women's cricket, and believe it or not, when I attended sports college, my cricket instructor was none other than the legendary Vivalin Latti Scott, who was known for her cricket as a West Indian and Jamaican cricketer as well. So I've had my fair share of women's cricket. So welcome. It's good.
Thank you. And I must say, you as the commentator, I am listening to that calm voice, and I said, oh, this is something different from Wayne. This is not what I'm used to hearing.
That's right. That's right. I need to be more hype. Okay, here she comes. Short, and she swings that one back past the bowler. But coming around is mid-off. She fields. And while we're talking, they had a boundary, Jenny. It's a good shot out towards long on. And they got 4 runs and then another single. And a player is down. We have a player down. Hopefully it's not a serious injury, but we do have a player down. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, 50 runs, 6.3 overs. They're going 10 overs. They got lots of wickets in hand. 8 wickets remain, 50 runs on the board already. So they're going at a great clip, man. That's like 8 runs or more, just over 8 runs per over. And listeners on Reggae Vibes Radio, this broadcast brought to you by Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber Funeral Home, KNS Jerk Shop, Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, Islands Jerk Sports Grill. We also had, helping to sponsor this broadcast, Ioni's Island Kitchen. So thanks to our sponsors, we have cricket, lovely cricket coming to you from the Women's Championship Final this Memorial Weekend. So 6.3 overs completed. The player is back up, thank goodness. Doesn't seem to be a serious injury. The score, Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York, 50 for 2. After 6.3 overs, the fielder is getting back into position. All right, so, and for anyone who's listening and want to go watch it on YouTube, for anyone listening and wanting to go watch on YouTube, it's CRIC and uppercase CLUBS. CRIC and uppercase C again, LUBS, if you want to watch live cricket. Coming at you. She comes up ball short, swung, not getting a hold of it, gathered well by the keeper, moving to her left. And the score remains 51 for 2 after 6.4 overs. This time she pops it up and she holds on to it on the second attempt. And so they've lost their third wicket. Yes, Atlanta Pearl has lost their Atlantis has lost their third wicket at 51, 6.4 overs. So their total now 51, the score for the loss of 3 wickets.
So buried it up.
51 for 3 is the score. After 7 overs.
even go when we do the live stream, we are standing right here. Didn't even think about it.
Right. Yep. So great cricket going on here, man. I want to shout out everybody on the feed. We appreciate all the feedback. It is so hot. Sometimes the equipment is just struggling too. But yeah, it's live cricket action brought to you by CricClubs. Yeah, CricClubs bringing it to you. Scores and the live streaming. And I like what they're doing. It's great for the cricket. So big shout out to everyone affiliated with CricClubs for doing this. And big shout out to everyone tuned in, whether you're on Reggae Vibes Radio or you are watching it live. So if you just joined, it's 87 for 3. That's the final score. Final score for Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York. And there'll be a short break. And when we come back, we will have Atlanta Pearls chasing 88 runs to win in 10 overs.
nice thing about Montana is that it has the best soil.
So I called my mom from the Grasshopper app. She had no idea who I was at first. She's
Okay. So we're back with the action. We are back with the action.
Wrong glasses.
Back with the action. So we're back with the action here at Best Academy as Atlanta Pearls go in chase of 88 runs to be the champions this year. They are up against the Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York, who just scored an impressive 87 for 3 out of 10 overs. The finals reduced to 10 overs, and so we're in the first over of this game, and already it's 8. There's 8 runs on the board. So Atlanta Pearl off to an impressive start. 8 runs, no loss inside the first over. And listeners on Reggae Vibes, glad to have you. Listeners on CricClubs, watching on YouTube and Facebook, you can check out the Wayne Hall Show page. I've shared it. And this is courtesy of our sponsors. And she's in bowls and stroke up. That one stroked up the wicket there. Down to mid-on, no run. That time playing at and missing. She comes in balls, struck into the cover, straight to the player. At cover, no run. The score remains 8 without loss. 4 balls completed in their innings. A reminder, it's 10 overs per innings. Not 20, but 10. And they need 88 to win. They're off to a great start because that's going to be 4 more runs backward of square. Good connection in that one. Like they say, good wood to leather there. And that one raced down to backward of square for 4 more runs to Atlanta Pearls. They are 12 without loss. Off to a good start here, chasing 88 to win.
Excuse me, my brother found this in a forest. We don't know who is it.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah,
Just leave it right there.
Leighton, let's have a ball. Leighton, put the ball back.
So as the field changes over, after 1 over, it's 12 without loss. And again, if you're watching live, good to see you. If you're listening on Reggae Vibes Radio, welcome. Big shout out to Caribbean International Shipping. Big shout out to Plumber's Funeral Home. Big shout out to KNS Jerk Shop. Beginning to see some shadows cast onto the field here. As we're into the second over of the Atlanta Pearl inning. Atlanta Pearl chasing 88 to win. They are 12 without loss. In this, the second over. They're off to a flying start. They need 76 more runs from 8.5 overs. The required run rate is 8.44 to win. They know that because they've started out at 12. So, yep. We continue to shout out our sponsors. There's Paramount Entertainment. Want to shout out Paramount Entertainment. Their big boat ride comes up in July when they go up to Tennessee. Great all-white affair. One of the events that's classic on the calendar of events in the Caribbean community. So big shout out to Paramount Entertainment. Look them up. See how you can get on the boat ride this year. As we're in with another delivery, she bowls and swung down to mid-on. And will they make it? Yes, they made it. Only just. So 14 without loss is the score. Actually 13 without loss. They need another. It's 14 without loss. They need another 74 runs to win. The required run rate now 8.38. They're responding. Atlanta Pearls, they're chasing 88 to win because Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York, they amassed 87 runs for 3 wickets out of their 10 overs. And now they're trying to make sure the Atlanta Pearls don't get it. She's stroking that one into the offside. Point comes in. Fields returns to the keeper. No chance for a run. 14. The score without loss. 14. Stroking that one into the offside. And still no chance for a run. So a tight over here so far. She comes up bowls. This time she gets a hold of it, but again, straight to the fielder, and they managed to get a quick single. Want to shout out the Spice lady. That lady you just saw walk by the camera there. Oh my. She didn't realize she was on display. That's, those of you who don't know, that's the Spice Queen, Cheryl Callistay. Taking in some cricket here. As the shadows form on the field at Best Academy. This time she swings it back on a square. Will it make it to the boundary ahead of the fielder? It's slowing down, but it makes it. 4 runs to Atlanta Pearls, taking them up to 19 after 1.5 overs, 19 without loss. Chasing 88 to win. And they now need another 69 runs off 8.1 overs to get there. Back with the action. Atlantis bowling to Atlanta Pearls, and she's driving that down towards long on. Running around is long on to her right. Will she get it before it reaches the boundary? Barely does. And they turn for 2. So 2 more runs, easy runs there to the Atlanta Pearls team. Their score is up to 21. 21 without loss after 2 complete overs. And just to remind you, the umpires in this game, Miss Jacqueline Williams out of Jamaica and Mr. Gajar. Presiding umpire is going to be Gajar. Jacqueline Williams out at square leg. It's the field adjust. For this, the beginning of the 3rd over. And the score 21 without loss, Atlanta Pearls. Can the Pearls get there? They need another 67 from a full 8 overs. Atlantis were pretty impressive. They had a run rate of 8 runs pretty much per over. Over 8 runs per over. Just under 9 runs per over. Atlanta Pearls off to a good start. Atlantis in bowls, and she's swinging at that one and missing the wicket keeper, breaking the stump, but she was well grounded in her crease that time. 21 without loss, 2.1 overs completed, 67 more runs needed. And the Atlantis Cricket Club in the field. Beulah. Wicket keepers Beulah, Pidakala, Delkash Sharian, Uzra, Iftikhar, Hema Singh, Samantha Ramatar, Samisha Ariel, Sarah Farouk, Sabrina Monroe as she bowls and left alone outside the off stump, the umpire signaling wide. Tremaine Smart, Zenat Kosser, and Sneeda Paul. So there goes the lineup of the Atlantis Cricket Club for you as they're playing in the final here against Atlanta Pearl. She's in bowl, swung at and a miss again outside the off stump. The score remains 22 without loss. 2 balls complete in this, the third over. And Atlanta Pearls doing good so far. Driving this one straight down the wicket, but straight to mid-on. Well fielded, and they hurry for a quick single. Takes the score to 23 without loss. 23 without loss. We're bringing you cricket live on reggaevibesradio.com and live cricket on Facebook on the Wayne Hall page. You follow my page in the Wayne Hall Show group as well. We're live, bringing you live cricket. All right. So, as we await more action, Atlantis in bowl, short, but keeping very low, making its way outside the off stump. There's a cover all the way on the boundary, a mid off, a long off, long on, mid wicket. There's a third man and a fine leg. As she comes in and bowls, and she's swinging that one off the top edge down backward of square. They're gonna get at least a couple here. The fielder is onto it now, sends the return in. 2 more takes their total to 25 without loss after 2.5 overs here at Best Academy. Women's T20 action, except the finals, reduced to 10 overs per innings, 10 overs per side. 25 without loss. She comes up, bowls. This one is pitched up, swung at, missed. No chance for a score. Something like this.
Yeah, she knows. She said there's one. She just don't know whose hand it is right now. The Petal's daughter is a team manager, so she said she probably has it. Wow, man. Is what in the top plate, Wayne?
Jerk chicken. Fresh off the grill.
I get some when
Yes.
I leave.
Yeah. All right, so 25 without loss after 3 overs. They still need another 63 runs from 7 overs. They would need to score at 9 per over from here on to pull it off. Atlanta Pearls. So Atlanta Pearls on strike. Atlantis, they scored 87 runs from their 10 overs for 3 wickets. Atlanta Pearls off to a good start, 25 without loss, facing up to this one, driving it down the pitch, down towards long off, where it's fielded on the first bounce, and a return for a single to Atlanta Pearls. They move up to 26 for no loss. This is the 4th over of the inning. .26 your score, that's right. 26. As she makes her way in again and bowled, and this time it's swung at, missed, a loud appeal, and is given out by umpire Williams. She went to swing it into the onside, missed, got struck on the pad. The appeal went up, and guess what? The verdict is she is out. And so Atlanta Pearl loses their first wicket. So now they are 26 for 1. Thank you. The Atlanta Pearl lineup. Shabani Bhaskar, Marlene Preville, Yasmin St. Ange, Sonelda Willett, Elizabeth Joseph, Swati Mishra, Kirutika Subramanian, Nithya Sivandan,
I don't know which school you are.
Datla,
on Meridell?
Naj Delaney, Monica Polari. So,
Okay, the first old school on your right. We in the back.
So short break in the action here as the Atlanta Pearl lose their first wicket after 3.2 overs. They're now 26 for 1. 26 for 1. They need 62 more runs to win from 6.4 overs and will have to score at a rate of 9.3. Let's see how they respond to this challenge as Atlantis did quite well. Back with the action, 26 for 1 after 3.3 overs. Atlantis bowling Pearl. That one gets by the keeper down to third man fielded. No chance for a run. This time she's swinging it into the onside again, right to the fielder. No run. 26 for 1, 3.5 overs. And the run rate keeps going up right now. They're going to need to score a 10.05 from here on if they're going to get to 88 runs within 10 overs. So the challenge is on. 87 runs for 3 wickets. Atlantis out of New York. And now the Atlanta Pearls trying to get there. Swinging that one up in the air, straight to mid-on. And she is out caught. And there goes wicket number 2. 26 for 2. Atlanta Pearl, 26 for 2 after after what? That would be 4 overs completed. And on the last delivery of that over, losing their second wicket. Marlene Preville goes out. Preville goes out to replace the batsman walking back to the crease. And so Atlanta Pearl, 26 for 2 after 4 overs. Needing 10.05 per over to win if they're going to get to the 88 runs they need to be this year's champions in T20 action. Atlanta, Georgia Women's Cricket Association Action 2019. So Sineldo on 13. Ema the bowler. That one makes its way down towards fine leg and for 4. So that brings the score to 30 for 2. Runs, every run very important right now for the Atlanta Pearls cricket team. Ema in. Driven into the offside, straight to cover, no run.
Right there, right there.
So Hema, the bowler, bowling to Soneldo. Hema comes in past the wicket, bowls, full pitch. Hema goes for the shot. Soneldo goes for the shot. Luckily, it falls between the fielders, and they're able to scramble for a quick single, which will take their score up to 31 for 2 after 4.4 overs. This brings Marlene on strike. This brings Marlene on strike. So Marlene facing up to Hema. Hema comes up, bowls. Marlene strokes it. Oh my goodness, an appeal for leg before wicket, and she's out. She went to play defensively, missed it, got strapped on the pad. The umpire, Gajar, says, yes, you are out. And so Atlanta Pearl loses their third wicket, 4.5 overs. They are now 31 for 3. And Marlene makes her way back to the pavilion. Now they need 57 runs to win from 5.1 overs, and the run rate has snuck up to 11.03. The run rate has snuck up to 11.03 here at Best Academy Women's Cricket. Lovely cricket. Brought to you by Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home. Also brought to you by KNS Jerk Shop, Jay's Caribbean Cuisine. KNS Jerk Shop, Ioni's Island Kitchen, Paramount Entertainment, and Island Jerk Sports Grill. So thanks to our sponsors today for helping us bring you live cricket. A first on Reggae Vibes Radio. A first on the Wayne Hall Show page today, live streaming. And we want to say big shout out to the entire crew of CricClubs for live streaming this women's tournament yesterday and today. All right, so the new batsman, it's Soneldo facing up. Let's see, Soneldo facing Hema. So Hema is a bowls, and she's stroking that one. Well fielded by the bowler, moving to her left. 31 for 3. After 5 overs, it's 31 for 3. The new batsman is Yasmin, who stroked that one into the offside. Well fielded by the bowler. So Cricket Lovely Cricket at Best Academy on Marydale Drive in Atlanta. We heard earlier from Miss Angeline Butler, the mayor of the mayor of Forest Park. That's the home of one of the very, very well involved and probably the hardest working woman in cricket in Atlanta, Petal Samuels. And so they're supporting the idea of Forest Park being the home of the Women's Championship. So let's see how that plays out as we wait for the beginning of over number 6. And at this point, they need 57 runs to win from 5 overs. And the rate is 11.4. A slight adjustment in the field as facing strike is Yasmin. Let's see. This one she hits over the top down to mid-off for a single. That makes it 32 for 3. 32 for 3 the score. The bowler, Samantha. Samantha is going to be bowling to Yasmin. Samantha is in, bowls. Yasmin pitch left alone outside the off stump, saying, I'm having nothing to do with you. Great ball by ball action. Samantha comes in, bowls, and she's chopping at that one but missing. Off goes the bails as the wicket keeper Abula whipped the bails off, but she was grounded safely in her crease that time. Safely grounded in her crease as the women's action continues. Championship action, and she's in bowls. This time she's aiming at and missing again. Tight over this time from Samantha to the new batsman Yasmin. Saneldo at the other end on 19, not out. As we've completed 5.4 overs of 10, and we're just a matter of 4 or so overs away from knowing who this year's champions are going to be. Will it be Atlanta Pearls? Will it be Atlantis out of New York? We will find out shortly. Samantha is in and bowls short, and she's behind it, striking it into the offside. Point runs in, picks up fields. No chance for a run. 56 runs needed. 4.1 overs to go. 13.44. The run rate is getting higher as she's in again. Samantha bowls, and this time she chops it down towards the gully area. Fielded, returned, but not in time to prevent a quick single. That takes the score up to 33 for 3. Cricket action, women's style. 2019 T20 Championship Memorial Weekend with lots going on in the ATL. We got track and field over there by the airport. We have carnival activities downtown. Yesterday was the 2 big parades, and it's all continuing tomorrow. Ooh, it's got to be recovery day for me. I don't know. After all this, I need to just not do anything for a day. All right. So the women are adjusting after 6 overs. It's 33 for 3, which means they need 55 runs to win off 4 overs, and they'll have to score at least 13.75 per over to get there. Can Atlanta Pearls do it? Trying to make sure they don't will be trying to make sure they don't. This time they get an easy single as the ball goes down backward of square. That will take them up to 34 for 3. Saneldo, 19, comes into strike. Yasmin got 2. And the bowler is Tremaine, trying to make sure Atlanta Pearl don't get anywhere close to this run rate of 13.75. Comes up and she's striking that. Yasmin, Saneldo is striking that into the offside, straight to the fielder. No chance of a run. 34 for 3. Championship action. 6.3 overs completed in bowl, and this time she swings it hard and high down towards Langan. The fielder comes around and misses, and it rolls behind her, and they go back for a couple of runs. So 2 more to the Atlanta Pearls total. They're 36 for 3. 36 for 3. 6.3 overs completed. They still need to score at 14.86. Can they do it? Tremaine with the ball. Tremaine up to the wicket. Tremaine bowls, and she's driving at, missing. Gets by the keeper. It runs down towards the boundary. Will they get to it in time? Nope, they did not. It's 4 byes. So 4 byes signaled by the umpire. 40 for 3. 40 for 3. 6.4 overs completed. Tremaine the bowler, bowling to Saneldo. And Saneldo's been credited with the score, so it's a 25 to her. So she must have gotten a touch onto it as it made its way past the wicket keeper and down to the boundary for 4. So 40 for 3. 40 for 3. Tremaine to try again. Tremaine with the ball. She has a stuck offside, goes past Gajar and bowls, and she's down and driving, but missing outside the off stump. So she's bowling to Saneldo with a point, cover on the boundary, a third man. There's a long on, a long off, mid on, mid off, and a mid wicket on the boundary as well. Field pretty much spread out as she comes in, again passes Gajar and bowls to Soneldo, and Soneldo drives this one down towards mid-off between the two players there, enough to get an easy single. The crowd thinking they should try for a second, but keeping it safe. 41 for 3. And that brings the over to an end after 7 overs. Atlanta Pearl 41 for 3. Chasing 88 to win. And they will need to get 47 more runs in 3 overs at a rate of 15.67. The question is, can Atlanta Pearl do it? Can they do it? The field changes over. Once again, you are listening to cricket on reggaevibesradio.com. It's the Women's Championship Cricket from Best Academy on Marydale Drive in Atlanta, brought to you by our sponsors and CricClubs. All right, and our sponsors include Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home, Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, KNS Jerk Shop, Iona's Island Grill, Paramount Entertainment, and Island Jerk Sports Grill. This time it's hitting over the top, down towards cover. Cover runs around to her right fields, and they return for 2. So 43 for 3, Atlanta Pearl. Samantha the bowler, bowling to Soneldo, who's on a good innings here at 28 runs, and stroking that again into the outside. But this time they'll have to settle for just 1 run. That brings Yasmin on strike. Yasmin's got 2 runs. Samantha the bowler.
Hey,
44 for 3, 7.2 overs completed. The run rate 16.5 needed to win. It's getting steeper and steeper for Atlanta Pearls at this stage. Runs difficult to come by. Samantha gets ready, goes in and bowls, and this time she's behind it, striking it into the onside, goes off for the quick single and gets it. 45 for 3. 7.5 overs. Will it be Atlanta Pearl? Will it be Atlantis Cricket Club from New York? The Atlantis sailing their way probably to a victory here, but not yet, says Soneldo. That one went straight back down the ground for 4. She says, I ain't giving up, not so quickly. She goes to 33. The score goes to 49. 49 for 3. There's another delivery left in this over, but the run rate is still a steep one. They're still going to need 18 runs per over from this point on if they're going to win here this afternoon. It's looking pretty good for Atlantis right now. But like they say, it's never over till it's over. That's why it's cricket, lovely cricket. Samantha in, passing the umpire, bowls to Soneldo, and she is staring at it but missing. The ball gathered by the keeper. All right, Atlanta Pearls. Can they do it? Let's see. 49 for 3 after 8 overs. They need 39 more runs to win at a rate of 18 per over. 18 per over. So With the loss of that wicket, Atlanta Pearl now 49 for 4. As Sanelda made her way back to the pavilion. Dismissed there by Samantha. Yasmin at the crease on 3. And she's joined by Swati Mishra. So once again, it's live T20 action. The overs reduced to 10 per innings for this, the final game. We're in the last 2 overs. Atlanta Pearl needs to score 19.5 to win. Tremaine. She goes to swing into the onside, misses. Tremaine bowling to Yasmin. So Tremaine bowling to Yasmin. And it stays at 49 for 4. They'd still need 39 to win, and the run rate's getting higher and higher. .2 overs completed of this final game. Quite a few people on hand witnessing this game this afternoon. Cricket pretty much alive and well in the ATL. There are other cricket tournaments going on as we speak. She's down the wicket and bowled. And so they lose their 5th wicket in this, the 9th over. And it's beginning to look a lot like Atlantis might just sail away with this one. Here at Best Academy this year, with Atlanta Pearls at 49 for 5 after 8.3 overs, needing to score at least 26 runs for the remainder of this over and the next one if they're going to have a chance. Looking fairly steep right about now. Tremaine keeping it tight. And Samantha keeping it tight at the other end. So Delaney is the new batsman, Tanuja Delaney, going out. Replacing Yasmin. Yasmin going for the runs and getting bowled. But that's where it's at right now. If the Atlanta Pearls are to win this game, somebody's got to hit some big shots here at Best Academy this afternoon. Shout out again to Caribbean International Shipping, Plumber's Funeral Home. You got to check them out, man. Check out all our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Check out Jay's Caribbean Cuisine, K&S Jerk Shop, Iona's Island Kitchen, Paramount Entertainment, and Island Jerk Sports Grill. Also, Grayson Caribbean Market up there in Grayson. Proud sponsors of this cricket coming your way. Grayson Market right there off Grayson Highway. And they were very instrumental in bringing you this live streaming and live coverage. Big shout out to Miss Petal Samuels and the Georgia Women's Cricket Association for being so accommodating. Having us here. All right. We're into over number 9. And the score is 49 for 5. Tremaine comes in, bowls. An appeal, the umpire Gajar says no, they run for a quick one and get it. So that brings up the score to 50 for 5. 8.4 overs completed. They still need 39 runs from 1.2 overs. So Tremaine the bowler, she'll be bowling to Swati. Tremaine Goes in, bowls to Swati. Swati down the pitch, drives towards Medan. They take off for one and gets it very comfortably in the end. Makes the score 51 for 5. After 8.5 overs, the score, they still need 37 to win. That's going to be a tall order going into the final over. Somebody says she needs to hit a couple of sixes. That would probably change things a little bit, but here comes Tremaine. She has other ideas. She bowls, and she's stroking that out into the offside. An easy single, maybe even two. They turn and go for it. Whoops, a little bit of hesitation, and then they go back to their respective creases. So just one run on the play. 52 for 5 at the end of 9, which means only if Atlanta Pearls can score 36 runs from 6 deliveries can they win this championship game. They would need to hit a 6 with every ball. 6 sixes if they're going to win this one. What's your bet? Who wants to bet me? Can we have 6 sixes to finish the game? We've seen some big finishes in cricket, but I don't know if we're going to see one today. Atlanta Pearls need another 36 runs. And this is their final over. Again, the umpires presiding in this game. Umpire Jacqueline Williams and umpire Gajar. Gajar is at square leg, Williams presiding, the presiding umpire. Atlantis, New York, in bowls. Play down to short. Fine leg, fielded, return, and they get a single. So 53 for 5. Swati facing up to Sarah. Sarah Farouk. Sarah runs away. Trying to seal this one for Atlantis. Goes up, bowls. It's her on the pad. Down the leg side. The score remains 53 for 5. So Sarah Farouk is operating with a gully. Third man. Cover. Mid off. Long off. Mid on. Long on. Mid wicket. Almost on the boundary. And the backward square comes up bowls. And she's swinging this down towards mid wicket. Into the gap. They'll at least get a couple of runs here. In fact, it makes it all the way to the boundary. 4 runs. 4 runs to Swati. And that brings the score up to 57 for 5 for the Atlanta Pearls. After 9.3 overs chasing 87, they need 88 to win. 87 for 3 was the score of the Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York. And they've done a good job in the field to make sure it's as tight as ever for Atlanta Pearls. Sarah comes up bowls and she's swinging at that one down the leg side. It goes by the fine leg fielder. They take one, they turn for the second, hesitate, change their minds. So just a single to Atlanta Pearls. 58 for 5, 9.4 overs completed. We are 2 delivers away from Atlantis Cricket Club crowning themselves winners of this year's championship. Here we go. Sarah runs in, passes the umpire up to the wicket, bowls. This time she's driving it up to mid-off. And somebody's going to be out. Yes, yes, indeed. Up goes that finger, the fatal finger of umpire Williams saying, yes, you're out. And so one more. Wicket down. It's now 58 for for 6. That's correct. 58 for 6. After 9.5 overs, 1 ball away. And making it out to the crease is Datla. Dergu Datla. Dergu Datla, the new batsman. Atlantis Cricket Club out of New York. 1 delivery away from being crowned champions of Women's T20 Championship in Atlanta this Memorial Weekend, the year 2019. Swati faces up to Sarah with the final delivery, or what could be. Comes up bowls, swings that down the leg side. That one's gonna run down to the boundary for 4, and they wrap it up with a boundary, but it's not enough for Atlanta Pearls, so they're gonna finish with 62 for 6, 62 for 6, chasing 88 to win. So they've won by 25 runs. Atlantis Cricket Club winning this game by 25 runs. So a round of applause for Atlantis Cricket Club. Come on, give them a bigger round of applause. Atlantis Cricket Club, yeah, champions 2019.
Can I have some less?
That's why we couldn't hear the open now.
Hey, hey, tell them bubbling. Hey, hey, bring all your friend them. can't drink like we. None of them can't flip like we. Can't have energy like we. Full of stamina, full of vibes like we. Vibes up from the time that we reach. Drinks up, now the madness release. We having a good time, we don't have no time for bad mind. Oh, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder. Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. Bartender, hurry up with my order. Oh, the whole place get turned over. Can't play massive afraid powder. Everybody know every time we touch them is splinters. That's my show. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it up, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining. Splinters. That's my show. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it up, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining. No dig, no scene, if a drunk and thing. No stush vibes, no modeling. Pure bacchanal, pure reveling. Every girl just start to Panama now, look back at him. Hold on, selector, pull it up again. Lost my friend, them, I can't find them. But that ain't nothing, I sing singing the anthem. Oh, we don't have no behavior. No, I don't know what name behavior. Right now, drinks flowing like water. I see me cup run it over. I wobbling, but me head on my shoulder. Party time, we say what needs sober. We staggering, demand again, trouble again. So let we sing again. Oh, we don't have no behavior. Total disorder. Don't cross the border. Don't cross the border. Bartender, hurry up with my order. Oh, the whole place get turned over. Can't play massive afraid powder. Everybody know every time we touch down is splinters. That's my show. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it up, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining. Splinters. That's my show. Fine, yo, Holland pull up. Mash it up, fine. Every man put your hand up, every girl start whining. Splinters. That's that. Go tell your friend. We touch them in splinters. Let them know. Splinters. Anytime we touch them.
Even if you don't come.
Bill.com makes paying your bills and invoices quick. Let's see
Yeah,
it in
Top
action.
Gun, like
You
this.
start by bringing an invoice
Top
into
Gun said,
Bill.com. Have vendors send
Strikers,
it
you
to
can pay
your
a five in this net. And
Okay.
after that, we'll have the presentation.
Top Guns and Strikers.
On strikers.
Enter a few
Ladies
For,
details,
for third place.
click save, and you're all set.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Consolation.
Yeah.
Simply assign a bill to the
Consolation
vendor.
final,
So
yeah.
Top Gun
Notifies them when it's ready for review.
versus what strikers?
Lady strikers.
Lady Strikers.
Securely with an electronic
Five
payment.
of them, man.
Or if your vendor prefers checks,
And then we'll have the
print and mail
presentation.